We need to talk about Paul George for a minute because
Yeah.
he, after the playoffs last year where he got the pandemic P label and all that stuff, he's just developed this reputation as a guy who can't put his money where his mouth is, or like a playoff choker, whatever. Paul George has been phenomenal this year.
He has.
He was shooting, I didn't even realize this. He's shooting almost 48% from 3-point range on 8 attempts per game.
Yeah.
Like Paul George, when we talk about the best shooters in the NBA, I don't know how Paul George doesn't come up in that conversation.
Well, he does when you and I talk about him, because we've been on this for a while, I think. I mean, this is a guy who should be brought up in the same breath as Steph and Klay.
Yeah. He's ridiculous. And a lot of these are self-created, too. This is not just like a pure catch-and-shoot J.J. Redick, Joe Harris type. He's making a lot of these on his own.
I realize that this is going to go in a different direction, but if the Warriors were ever serious about making a play for another star and trading away guys, he's the guy I would want.
Yeah.
If I'm them. Like, I don't think that he's available by any
stretch. No way.
But like, let's say next year, because Kawhi still hasn't extended, and I think he's staying. That's not we're just spitballing here. Like, let's say Kawhi is gonna go. No, you know what? I'm gonna go to a different place because
going back to Toronto
reasons. Yeah, or wherever Uncle Dennis wants him to go, right? And the Clippers are going, well, then let's see what we can get for Paul George. Maybe we can get some picks back from what we sent out back in the day, or whatever. If the Golden State Warriors are there with all their future picks and like Kelly Oubre, well, he can't. He's a free agent. But
Wiseman, the Minnesota
Wiseman,
pick.
Yeah, exactly. And like Wiggins for salary matching, I guess would have to be necessary. But okay, that's Paul George, right?
Yeah,
a Steph, Klay, Paul. Even though Klay is like such a question mark right now. Like, we just don't know how he's going to return, but that would be interesting just from a shooting perspective. My good lord.
Yeah, I just looked this up. So Paul George is shooting a career high 50.8% from the field this year. He has had a career low 26.9 of his 2-point shots assisted. So he's creating almost 3/4 of his shots from 2-point range. Only 66.7% of his threes have been assisted. So he's creating 1 out of every 3 threes as well.
Yeah. That's a really high percentage for someone who shoots the ball at that volume.
Yeah. And at 47.8% from 3, yeah.
Agreed, at the clip too, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's also averaging a career high 5.5 assists per game. Like, the scoring is down relative to his one MVP caliber season in OKC, but this is the second highest scoring total of his career. Like, I think what happened in the bubble last year really motivated him, and this has just been a world-wrecking version of Paul George. Like, and I'm sure the shoulder too. The shoulder, he's not removed from a shoulder, or he's further removed from. I think he had surgery on both shoulders, right?
Was it both?
I thought so.
See, I don't remember if it was 2 surgeries on the same shoulder or it was both.
Either way, he's further removed from shoulder surgery. I'm sure he's feeling better. So, this is... If he is not going to miss extended time with this foot injury, knock on wood, that's why I have him as a lock. Just because he has been that damn good. And, I think the Clippers are somewhat flying under the radar because they're in that Bucks camp of like, no, we fell for you last year. We're not doing it again. We'll see you in the playoffs. We don't care until then. But the Clippers are really good. And Paul George has been fantastic. And again, he deserves it if he's...
I had Kawhi as my MVP, man, of course. I mean, they're good. I never understood that just because a team failed. Like, yeah, okay. One thing is that the Bucks have failed twice in the playoffs.
Right.
That's more pressing to me than failing once.
Yeah. That's fair.
So, yeah.